Are you in the stream? Hello, hello. Are you in the stream? Guten Morgen. Okay, so Black Mage is like very weird because once you get this, which is level 60, the way you play it kind of changes a lot. And then once you get this, it changes a little bit again, but this is also a big change. And then this one also, so there's like many changes to the job. But basically once you hit 60, well, so this one changes how you play the job. And then all the other stuff that you get later doesn't change how you play the job, but it improves how you play the job. So this one makes it more smooth to play. This one makes it very much more smooth to play. This one is also amazing. This one is really good. So there's like a lot of stuff that, and this one also. Like every 10 levels it's like, it gets so much better, and then at level 90 it's amazing. Even at level 80 it's already really good. But at level 90 it's just awesome. But then below level 60, because this ability changes how you use fire basically. So yeah, that's why Black Mage is kind of weird to level. And like I read abilities, so while I was like leveling, I was getting so confused by potencies and everything, because it's all over the place, and like every 2 levels the rotation, if you optimize, changes a little bit. That's kind of how it feels. It's really weird, but anyway, so this is how Black Mage would look. So this is my dot. These two are my fire and ice transition spells. I basically only use them to go into fire or into ice and never anywhere else. This one I just spam in fire. And then this one will transform into Paradox, which will make basically when I swap from ice to fire, this one changes to this, which is like different depending on if I'm ice or fire. And then that's basically it. And then I also use this because it gives me like a mana reduction buff. So I use it, I'll show you. So I start with this, it's just like a buff. I start with it with going into fire because this is a long cast, right? This you do pre-pull. Now I'm in fire, I do dot. I do some buffs. I just do like fire, and you can see this thing going down, right? So I need to refresh it with like an ability. And now I use this to go into ice. Now in ice, I wait for mana basically. And now I use this to go into fire. And I only use it to go in into fire or ice because the cast time is really long, right? So now I'm in fire. I need to use this to refresh the timer I have on fire. I have this ability, which is just a lot of damage and movement. I dropped my dots, I'm not a good Black Mage. Like, I kind of know how the job works. But yeah, when I do it, it's like I have to pay attention to a lot of things to play it well, which means I forget to pay attention to the dot. This is basically how it is, and you get like more instant casts from abilities, from buffs you can give yourself. Right, so this one is movement. I can use this for 3 instant casts. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff, it's really cool. And then you wanted to see Ninja 2, right? Like, Black Mage is a job I always wanted to play, but because I'm bad at it, I gear it last, or well, late. Because I'm like, well, why would I gear a job I know I'm not good at, I know would take me a lot of practice to get good at. So why would I take like a job I'm bad at into Savage, and then because I'm not taking it into Savage, I'm gearing it very late, and then by the time I have it geared, I don't do Savage anymore. That's kind of been the cycle in the past, but yeah. And then Ninja. Ninja's very easy too, because these things, they seem complicated, but really you only use 2. Like these, it's always the same. So I do this once. It's just a self buff. You do this once before the fight. And then once you want to start the fight, it's like 2 combinations you ever use. Well, 3 I guess. I'm saying Ninja is really easy because basically just press some buttons every 60 seconds and 2 minutes, and in between you just do the same over and over and over again. So now I did my burst, and the burst is the same every time, kind of. Now it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for like 40 seconds. And it seems complicated with these ninjutsus, because oh my god, there are so many, which one do I use? But if you have it like in a comfortable lineup like this, right? VBN is like literally 3 buttons next to each other. I don't really have to think about how I have to press them. Yeah, the rabbit is if you fuck up. The rabbit is basically when you fuck up these Tenchi Chi and Mudras, I think they're called. I also just fucked up because I wasn't paying attention. But it's fine. I did a lot of mistakes here, but it's whatever. Doesn't really matter to show the job. But yeah, basically it's really easy because you use these also basically just every 60 seconds, and you use the same ones every time. So for example for me, right, there's I don't know if you're level 41. So you have trick attack. Right, this is like another effect of hidden, or you have a combination of these that gives you a buff that lets you use it. So for me, the combination for that buff is literally VBN, right, which is just 3 buttons next to each other. So my thumb just goes from V to B to N. Super simple. V, B, N. It's like one movement. Now we have the buff. Now I can use trick attack in combat. And then the next one you use is one you already have, is Ten and Chi, or like Jin and Chi, which is this one, this lightning strike. It's your highest damage single target. So this one you use a lot, but it's again just 2 buttons, and for me it's just 2 buttons next to each other, V and B. So again my thumb just starts on V and then goes to B. And then there's one special one, is when you use this, it's like you jump B. So here I use 10 and then Jin, and I get this. But you do this once every 60 seconds, and it's still just 2 buttons. So, and then everything else is pretty much just, I don't know, pressing buttons that when they're on cooldown, off cooldown. So that's why it's kind of simple. And it might look complicated because these combinations seem daunting, But really on single target you only use those 3 combinations, and 2 of them you use like twice in 2 minutes, like once every minute. And when you use them there's like no stress. The other one you just spam over and over again. The rabbit is so basically there's some rules to these mudras. You can't use one twice, right? So you always have to use alternating ones. So basically how these work is if you end on Jin, you use a specific ability. It doesn't matter which ones you use first. As long as you end on Jin and use 2 different ones before, I get this one, Suton, right? I did VBN now, but I could also do BVN, right? I just changed the order of the first 2 and then end on Jin. Basically only the one you end on determines which ability you get. So now I did a different order, but I get the same attack, because the last one was the same. But you can't use a symbol twice. So if you use a symbol twice, you get the rabbit. You fucked up. The rabbit doesn't do anything. It's basically just telling you fucked up. That's it. And you only fuck up if you use like one of these twice in a row. Yes. And then you can use the rabbit so you don't block yourself from using ninjutsus. Right. That's it. You just can't use the... Yeah, this is a rabbit. And that just means you fucked up. Because, yeah. Then really, the combinations you need to learn is the one that ends on G, on Chi. It's on the orange one. So double combination, and the last one is Chi. So for me it's 10 and Chi. Yeah, now you use it. Now you use the third one. Yeah. You just use 2 and then you use the ability. You can use 3, but as soon as you use the 4th one, it's over. Spinning edge. I mean, it's just your attack. Yeah, it's also just your attack. And then Aeolian Edge is rear positional, so you want to be behind. Oh, you do use them as fillers. You use them all the time. Because you can't use ninjutsus endlessly, right? But when you... Yeah, just watch my stream. Here you have... These are the ones linked: Spinning Edge, Gust Slash, Aeolian Edge, and then this one is a 4th one, which you use every 30 seconds-ish. To refresh your buff. This is just a buff that gives you more attack speed, I guess. Cooldown speed. And you do it like I do this combination once to get this buff before the fight. You can also use this later, but this is like a fuck up button. You don't actually want to use this. So I start the fight. And I'm already using these. But now I'm like in burst, so I don't really use my combo at all. Instead I just use like these ninjutsus, and now I don't have any more ninjutsus, so I'm back to doing my combo. And now I do my combo for 40 seconds and nothing else, pretty much. Now I literally just press 1, 2, 3 over and over and over again. And you save, and that's the thing, you save these up for your trick attack window, so you don't really use ninjutsus outside of like your 60-second burst. That's why I said it's like basically nothing for 60 seconds and then you press some buttons, but you always press the same buttons. I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. That's why I have like keyboard, mouse, keybinds on this. No, I'm only using keyboard to use spells. But I have some mouse buttons, like here. These 4 are mouse buttons. These are on the side of my mouse. But I don't click anything, no, not really. Rarely on healer, like I have some abilities I click sometimes. Because I don't have enough keybinds, but it's like abilities you press once every blue moon. Not abilities you usually use. Oh, we didn't do our roulettes. Yeah. Okay, now you're in combat, right? You can just right click this HP bar and there's this option. You press this and you're out of combat. You don't have to run away. Okay, PvP. mean, I don't know, I just... But playing seriously would be like looking at the map, looking for points, looking if you get flanked. Like paying attention. I don't really pay attention, I just go and attack, kind of. I play pretty brain dead. Oh, there's some people here. I guess we're fighting on the other side. Our team is doing pretty good. Oh. Our team is chasing too far, I think. Yeah, it's time to run. It's not our team, it's chasing too far, it's me. It's like me and two other guys chasing too far, and I'm saying the team is chasing too far. Aren't we like about to get sandwiched here? There's like yellow behind us too. I mean, yellow isn't pushing us yet, but can't be long, right? There's red to our right. You don't hear me? Uh-huh. You just want me to ASMR a bit more, don't you? This is like, I don't know what we're doing here, like this is so far. This is like low-key griefing. I'll just do one spread low and then fuck off, I think. This is borderline suicidal. Like we're getting pushed next to our base. We're pushing them at their base. Every red that dies will come to us, and eventually we'll just have nobody left and just die. Damn, I could have gotten so many more assists here, but I just had a bad spread low. Bad poison spread, I mean. Oh my god, we just lost a point behind us to yellow. How? I'm actually kind of griefing. Winning fights, but we're chasing them also too much. Oh shit. Red behind. Can I make it out? I don't think so. Red just got a super sandwich. Super flank. Yeah, we need to pay attention to red, I think. They have a lot of battle highs. A lot of high battle highs, especially. Yeah, Yeah, I do, but look at the party, there's only one other person with a somewhat high buff. So... yeah, we can kill this guy, I think. He should be taking insane damage from me. But you should use some heals before you die. You also have Recuperate, which is not a hard cast, it just uses mana. Okay, I killed him. Yeah. Do you know where Recuperate is? Put it on your hotbar if you don't have it. It's like your main healing ability. And the one you used there is when you are out of combat and you're out of mana and HP. Because you use it like randomly in the middle of a fight, kind of. It's not how you really want to use it. Okay, we have like a bunch of people fighting red. I think we can just push maybe yellow, get some kills. Because we're not really at a danger of being flanked, and if we can get like 2 kills or something and get out. Because red is really weak. Oh fuck. Everybody's scared to push and I lost my battle high. I griefed it. You kind of get a buff just from not dying. Like if you just stay alive and get assists, like that's how I get most of mine. You just get a lot of battle high already. So just by being like in fights and then AoEing a lot. Red just got a super flank on us. This is bad. Maybe we can take this point from them. And they just got a lot of points from us. Oh, they're coming to flank us again. I'm not sure if we can win this game anymore. But no, we lost. Red is going to win, because yellow is pushing us and not yet red. So they'll just get the points they need to win. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop the stream.